Saving money is one of the most common goals people set every year. But in 2025, with prices ever escalating and distractions everywhere, it feels harder than ever, and people get disappointed day by day. But no worries, because in this video, I'll be sharing some practical and realistic strategies and a bonus strategy which you can apply and start to save money fast without living like a monk or cutting every little pleasure from your life. By the end, you'll see that saving money is less about sacrifice and more about applied strategies. So let's quickly view these 5 steps. Step 1, track your money. Track where your money actually goes. And this step sounds boring to most people, but it's very powerful because it lays the foundation of your transactional history and your everyday expenses. Most people don't know exactly how much they spend on food delivery, streaming, or impulse shopping. So when you start tracking down your expenses, you can just start tracking down your every bit of expense that you're having within a week. You can start with a simple method. Either use a free app like Mint or InApp, or you can just write down in notes. When you track your money for 1 month, you'll see clear patterns. I have applied this tip in my life, and by the end of the month, I was shocked because I wasn't even paying attention to all these minor expenses I was having. So it came as a huge shock to me. So the realization and this awareness alone often cuts spending by 10 or 15% because, first of all, you just stop lying to yourself about all these minor and little purchases. Step 2, cancel money leaks and why you should eliminate all these leaky expenses. Because, first of all, think about all the subscriptions or habits that you don't even notice anymore. Habits like Spotify, Netflix, gym memberships, the one app which you had signed up several months ago and you forgot to cancel it because you have to deal with too many things. Ask yourself questions like, do I use this enough to justify it? To justify the money which I spend on it? Is it beneficial for me? Do I actually use it? If not, cancel or downgrade it. Even small leaks add up. 10% there, 15 there can be a $100 in a month. Step 3, the 24-hour rule. This step is very crucial and important at the same time because it implies our impulsive drives and impulsive spending. Because nowadays, with the online shopping, impulsive spending is non avoidable and it's the fastest way to kill your savings. So, before buying something non essential, wait for 24 hours. For example, you may have just seen an amazing pair of shoes um, in an online shop, or a jacket, or I don't know, a makeup or a lipstick which you don't have, or a dress. So, yes, you may like it and you may want it very much, but wait. Wait for tomorrow. Wait for these 24 hours to pass. And if you still want it tomorrow, fine, but 7 out of 10 times this urge disappears because it happens out of impulse. So, this one habit can save hundreds each month, especially with online shopping. And it's really, really distracting and carrying us away with all our spending and expenses. Step 4, automate saving. So here's where productivity ties in a bit because you don't just rely on willpower. So you should set up automatic transfer to your saving accounts right after payday. For example, €100 can be transferred automatically to a different account than the account which you use for your daily transaction and expenses. And these €100 will be saved and secured. So even 5 or €100 per paycheck adds up fast because you don't see that money and you don't spend it. So think of it as paying for your future self first. Think of it as a future and for your future investment where you will have like a separate account where the money will be transferred automatically. And of course, you won't be spending it, you won't be squandering it. Step 5, focus on the big wins. I know that there are a lot of people out there and advisors who talk about skipping cappuccinos or lattes. Sure, that helps, but the real savings come from big categories. Big categories like housing, transport, and food. So, housing, can you negotiate the rent? Or switch to a cheaper utility plan? What other accommodation can you provide for yourself in order not to spend so much money on your housing? What about transport? Can you walk? Can you use a bike? Or do you use public transport more often? Or not so often, because nowadays people tend to have this impulse again to own a car. So think of these: do I really need to own and possess a car? Or instead of owning a car, can I use public transport more often? And what about food? Meal preparing twice a week can save lots of for even in a month compared to delivery foods. So focus on these big levers first, then fine tune the small stuff because it's these big wins that actually impact our savings and our overall performance when we buy something or in our transactional history. So productivity, and here's the productivity is more saving, and here's the bonus strategy which I was talking about. Here's something people forget because productivity and money are intertwined. Because when you're an organized person, you are thinking for yourself, you are thinking of cooking instead of ordering, you are thinking of buying some specific food instead of just ordering online. You may even go and make even more economy and buy even the more cheaper food available in the market, so to say, in order to save money. And on the other hand, when you are chaotic, you waste money out of stress and convenience. And most people do this out of impulse, not thinking too much, and just for convenience of not spending money and not thinking about it too much. So, improving your mentality and your productivity is secretly one of the best financial strategies which you can apply. So, to recap, track your spendings, plug the leaks, use the 24-hour rule, automate your savings, and focus on the big wins. If you start to apply even one or two of these strategies, even today, you'll notice the result within a month. If you found this video useful, subscribe for more tips on money, productivity, self-development, because these two always go hand in hand. If you've tried some of these strategies, you can share them in the comments below in order to let us know.